Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Music in a Bottle podcast. We are now on episode 27.
27.
Crazy.
Weird.
October 12th, man.
Weird.
Crazy. We started this at the beginning of quarantine or COVID.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, for sure. Thought we was going to make it on quarantine radio until everything happened, huh? All right, bet. Yeah. Yeah, but we here, though. Man. We're super excited. Super excited, man, to be here for episode 27. We got a lot for you guys to check in, man. What's going on with you, Jamel?
What's going on, man? It's been a good week. It's been a solid week.
Come on, man. You say that every week. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Nah. I had a bad week. I told you work was bad a couple times.
Yeah, that was.
I did tell you a couple times.
That was a bad week, for sure.
Work was bad, but this week was straight.
I got you.
We ain't even gonna talk about work like that because work was still bad. But I don't even talk about work no more.
All right.
I try not to, at least. I
Okay.
try not to.
All right. I mean,
But yeah, it was solid. I do got some big news. News.
More big news. I don't even know this one, so
You
this is. Yeah, what's going on?
Katie said yes to the dress.
Oh.
So
wow.
Beyonce got a dress.
That's a big deal.
She got a dress.
For sure.
That means I can start getting us looking fly.
I was about to say, bro, I don't even know what because I gotta start with the socks. I don't even know what I'm wearing to the wedding. But go ahead, bro.
I got it all figured. Well, I don't got it figured out yet, but it's gonna get figured out.
I know, bro.
But I was waiting on her to do what she needed to do.
Dress, yeah.
Her and her bridesmaids, her sisters came up this week and they kind of hashed out some colors. So I got the colors sent to me. So based off their colors, I'm gonna start putting some stuff together and getting us together. So that was big news. I'm excited. Sent her like the longest voice record, just saying, "Yo."
Well, yeah, you ain't gotta say all that. Yeah, you ain't gotta say all that on the pod.
Dress.
All right.
No, but shout out to Beyonce. She said yes to the dress.
That's what's up, man.
Week. So moving along with the wedding planning. Outside of that, I got on my first Zoom call with the other recipients of Wine Unify on Sunday.
How was that?
There's 19 other great individuals.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
On top of the founders or the co-founders. Man, it's just nice to be connected with that family. I'm excited to see where we go from here.
That's crazy because it plugged in maybe for the podcast. Future friends of the pod.
Oh yeah, we got some people on there.
I bet
we got some people on there that's already fucking with the podcast too.
That is crazy, bro. Yeah, it was.
It's wild.
I got another note on that. Make sure you ask me about it before we end this segment. But keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I had a couple people message me yo, I've been checking out the podcast. I was like, oh, word, for real. I was like, damn, that's blessed.
We lit.
Blessed.
Yeah, we in there.
But yeah. Got a chance to get on that call Sunday.
Yep.
Like I said, I start class in November, so I still got a while before I start. But just been kind of connecting with a lot of those people that are on that.
Yeah.
So it's cool to make these official connections and kind of put names to or faces to
the
names.
Names to faces. Yeah, I got you. Trading places, Trey Songz. Or no, Usher. Wow. That's a big L, bro. That's a big L.
We taking them.
Bro, both of them got it done for me, but
taking them.
We good.
But it's all good. It's all good. Outside of that, I just wanted to shout out my family. Got a chance to see them today as well.
My dudes.
Actually, before the pod, I took mom and bro out to lunch. Got a chance to kick it with them. So shout out to
Slight flex. Yeah, took them out to lunch. I got you. I heard that though. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, just felt like it was.
Should we get the gunshots for that? Slight flex. Take it up.
Do it. Oh shit! Ready to pod,
bro. Yeah. You see, Jamel said I didn't graduate it, bro. I'm taking out the family for lunch. It's too easy.
I'm trying to get like you, bro. I'm trying to get like you.
Nah.
But anyways, enough about me, man. How was your week?
Great you asked. No, this is. First off, for the pod, this is a big week. We got AJ here this week. He is grabbing his backpack. Getting ready to go to school. He just got done with boxing against Floyd Mayweather. Again, we have Wayne here. So AJ is going to be providing some of the still shots for sure when you see these. And then Wayne is killing it on the visuals. Oh, yeah. He is the engineer, the production.
Episode 26 came out.
Yeah,
crazy.
For sure. Definitely.
That was a whole vibe.
Yeah, for
Shout
sure.
out Wayne.
Wayne had us doing shots before the pod. So yeah, we here though.
We here.
In terms of myself this week, man, blessed, bro. Blessed. Just a good week. We had a lot going on in terms of, what I do for a living the other living, I should say, is in real estate. Just a lot going on, man. A lot of things moving and shaking. Been running outside still while it's cold out here.
It's not that bad yet.
No, it's like hell week out here for real. It ain't no joke, dog. It's
that bad
freezing.
It's getting there.
Bro, you wasn't out there, bro. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you.
I haven't ran since. We ain't even gonna put that out like that.
No, you figure out like when you running out there, you like, man, I really need to be the person to get the cold weather gear. But some of that shit just don't look cool, bro. Like it just does not look cool. You know what I mean? That's that for me personally.
You just gotta get the jacket that
Ghost guy during that. Yeah, I figured,
the
bro.
The hat and
I mean, that's what I basically set my whole life up like Ghost. So that's who I try to be by. But you know how that story ends. So we trying to defer from that. Yeah, most definitely. But otherwise, man, it's been a good week.
Good to hear, man.
What you drinking this week?
This week, what did I go with this week? So Post Malone got a wine.
Okay.
I believe this might honestly be my first rosé of the pod, but I'm going with his rosé. No. I think so. I think so, bro.
Wow.
I said like an episode.
What's life been like for you?
Bro, you don't ever invite me to the frosés.
Yeah, bro. You already know. We basic out here.
You've been making
Might as well give me blue eyes and a blonde hair, bro.
You've been making frosés all summer. Like, you didn't even tell me about it, but it's all good.
Yeah, you already know, bro.
So I think this might be my first rosé of the pod. I don't really know. But anyways, I'm drinking the Maison No. 9 by Post Malone.
Yes, sir.
Produced in France. Yeah, so Post Malone is the celebrity backer behind this rosé.
Yeah, would you call Post Malone a pop artist, a rap artist, or a singer? Like, what do you classify him as?
Let me finish this bottle, and I'll let you know by the end of the pod.
I got you. Because I honestly think there's a slim line between artists like him and St. John. Like, truthfully speaking, I mean, then it's like St. John's not a rapper.
No.
Post Malone's not a rapper either. White Iverson, I don't know what he was going with White Iverson, but that was not poppy. That was that R&B?
It was like walking the line.
Because he hasn't worn braids since that video. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we'll figure out what post he was by the end of this episode.
Yeah.
What you got today though?
Today, let me go ahead and make sure I pronounce this right because I've been messing it up. So Chalk Hill, I've been calling it Caulk Hill, but yeah, it's a rosé chalk. I got that right?
Yeah, it looked like chalk, bro.
Chalk, bro. Just making sure, bro. You know, PhD, public high school degree out here, huh?
Caulk is like CA, but if it say CH, you said it.
We still made it in real estate, though. We still made it, but did we make it in real estate? Exactly. Okay. All right. You ain't got to read. You just got to, exactly.
You're right.
Exactly, bro. Hey.
But the Chalk Hill.
Chalk Hill, bro. The Caulk Hill. No disrespect to them. Chalk Hill, the rosé wine off the Sonoma coast, 2017. Okay. This one is out of Sonoma, obviously. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Chalk Hill. Looking forward to this one, but it's actually a pretty dark. I mean, the color on it is amazing to me.
Mine is very light.
Getting towards ruby out here.
Definitely compared to yours, mine is very light.
Yeah, this is nice. I like this one a lot. I'm looking forward to sipping the rest of this bottle. You see, we got started kind of early, so we gotta get busy.
We good.
For sure.
We're happy to announce this episode we'll have a guest.
Yes, we will. We will, man. We're having a guest this week. Her name is Jaime Brown. She is Boston-based and she's a wine and beauty freelance writer and digital content creator. She is the CEO and co-founder of SWEDISH Jealousy Lipsticks. It's made for all shades, cruelty-free and gluten-free lipstick brand. It's a gluten-free lipstick brand founded to bridge the gap usually found in lipstick shades, which is awesome. Jaime also works as a lead content writer for TriWine App, a new and advanced wine application that allows you to build your ecosystem of wine tasting.
Just subscribe.
Yes, sir. In a nutshell, Jaime is a writer, obsessed with red lipstick and rosé, and she's the shit. So I'm super excited to have her on this podcast.
Yeah, we'll get to that pretty soon.
For sure. So we're gonna jump to that and the culture section. Let's go. All right, guys. As mentioned, we do have a very special guest today.
Hey.
We're going to be drinking some rosé with Jaime. Looking forward to this. And we'll be interviewing her. I'll ask a few questions here. So, Jaime, intro here. What rosé are you drinking tonight?
Tonight, I am drinking an orange rosé wine. Mm-hmm. So, for those of you who are not familiar with orange wine and rosé are kind of sisters in the sense that they are both macerated in the same way, meaning that they get their color the same way.
Okay.
So this company that I'm drinking is a female-founded brand from Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
They are called Archer Ruse, which is actually based off a real woman, pioneer woman, who had a pet moose and rode her moose everywhere. So, getting back to the wine, this wine is actually not made from a Grenache grape or a Pinot Noir grape. It's actually made from a grape that is cultivated in Greece. It is called the Rosay grape. The wine, in short, they just shortened it. It's called Rosay.
Okay.
The reason why this Rosay is very unique because the grapes, for one, the Rosay grape is a pink-skinned white grape. So that's where the color comes from. It has a cider-like acidity. Okay. So when you open it, you automatically will taste the effervescence of kind of like a cider. The color is a pinky orange, and when you hold it up against the white paper, you will see that it's more of an amber pink. It's a beautiful color. This is a limited edition wine, so it's only sold by the case and available for the holidays. If you see it where you are in your area, I definitely advise you picking it up because it pairs very well with a bold dish, which is why I opened it for my tasting tonight when I was talking to you guys, because I made a curry chicken and it's very good with bold flavors such as curry, Moroccan dishes, Thai dishes. It's a full-bodied orange rosé wine. So that is what I'm drinking tonight. What are you guys drinking tonight?
Nice. So Music in the Bottle podcast, I've actually been sitting on this bottle for a couple months now. I ended up going with one of your rosé wines, as you mentioned on your Instagram. I got the Post Malone Maison No. 9 out of France. It looks like is where this was produced. So excited to get into this one for sure.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts so far?
So I'm not really a big rosé guy. My partner in crime, Darryl, is the more
love it,
more of the rosé guy. But so I think this might be my first one on the pod. To be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Rosé did not enter my stomach this summer. But this is
just throwing shots at us. You see him?
It just didn't make it that way. But we got one now though. Right. We got one now though. The Post Malone, it's definitely more dry. So it's not on the sweeter side. Definitely still very crisp. A lot of red fruit notes on the nose. You kind of I kind of get a lot of strawberry on the nose for sure. But it's very smooth. I was expecting it to be a tad bit more sweeter. A little bit acidic, I'd say, but not bad. Like I said, it's definitely a smooth drink. I would have probably enjoyed this well during the summer for sure. Especially having it on chill maybe a little bit but so far it's good. Like I said, I would definitely go back to it. I don't think it's a bad one.
Okay. And
I like it. So Darryl here. I have the Chalk Hill Rosé wine, 2017 off the Sonoma coast. A lot of strawberry, some cherry in here as well. It's very crisp, and I feel like this is something I would pair with some fish for sure, light fish though. But yeah, I'm excited to dig into this one. I am all about the rosé, so yeah, not frozen rosé from this past summer. So yeah, this is right up my alley, and yeah, I'm looking at enjoying this bright wine.
Dope.
So we're dealing with two countries here. So we have an American and we have a French.
Yes.
Have you guys switched to see which ones you like better? Because I find that you say rosé hasn't entered your stomach this summer, but that's probably because you haven't found a rosé that you like. So you really have nothing to compare it to.
That is true. That is
very
true.
I'll be telling them, Jen.
So if you are a red wine drinker, you need to lean more towards the type of red wine varietal, meaning the grape that you like to drink from a red wine, such as a Pinot Noir or a Cabernet Sauvignon, which is another tip that I recently found out from people who, and we've all been there, right? I'm even guilty of it too. Like when I first started drinking wine, I didn't know that grapes had names. right? I just thought Pinot Noir was Pinot Noir.
Right.
But then as you become more, known and have the wine knowledge, you realize, okay, grapes actually have names and they have different flavors, and it's grapes, not just a grape, right? So, right, there's so many different names. So if there is a varietal that you like, that is the type of rosé that you need to be drinking, because that's what they use to make rosé, right? So rosé is not a white wine for all those people who lump it in the white wine category. Rosé is made from red wine grapes. That's where the color comes from.
Right.
So you may need to try the wine that Darryl is drinking, because then you might change your mind. You might actually like that one.
I see. All right.
Good to know. You just don't give me enough credit.
Good to know. Thank you.
I know a lot, you know.
Thank you, Jamie.
I be knowing, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for sure. Now, on your side of things, what is your favorite style of rosé, and why?
I am 100% provincial rosé girl, and that is because I love Grenache grapes varietals. I love Grenache blends, which you'll find rosés that are rosé blends that'll have a Grenache grape, it'll have a Cinsault grape, it'll have a Syrah grape. There's many grapes that you can blend together with a rosé, but I am like 100%. I love the Grenache grape. It makes it a very smooth wine, and it's Provence, that's where this whole style of rosé comes from. It comes from Provence. So I'm typically a French wine girl. I find that it's a little more smoother than a California, and it leans more toward the grape, not so much more toward berries as Darryl has with the strawberries and the raspberries. Like, those are things that they add to bring out the sweetness and the flavor of the wine.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, so I know we mentioned earlier, or just a minute ago, just some starter rosés, or, like going to something that's more fitting to your red grape varietal. But before we get into that, let's just get a little bit of background on you. Obviously, you are the Rosé Woman. Rosé with Jamie is the Instagram handle. We'll be sure to put that in the show notes and everything for sure. But when did you know rosé was like it for you? Like, that was your go-to?
That had to have been when I couldn't drink red wine the same way that I can drink rosé now. I find that red wine had started to get my stomach was just like, I'm not here for you, girl. Like, you can't be drinking the whole bottle. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So once that started happening, I had to look toward another wine that I liked, and it definitely wasn't going to be white, because I don't like white wine. I find that they are all too acidic, too bold, too dry. There's just not one that I find that I like. So I moved more toward the rosé and found that I actually loved it, and started trying different kinds of rosés between the California and the French, and noticed that I very fared well more towards the provincial rosé. And the more I delved into learning more about it and became obsessed with it, the more I found that people kept calling it a white wine, and it was making me upset, because I was reading into it and studying it, and I kept saying, I don't know why these people are lumping it with white wine. So that's where I created my blog, Lipstick and Rosé, because I wanted to help people, especially beginner people who were drinking rosé, to learn what rosé is, how it was made, and why it's not a white wine.
Right. Yeah, I've obviously seen a lot of the graphics that you create on Instagram and on your blog, and those are like super helpful, especially for someone, like I said, that's not truly into rosé or looking to get into them, or just want some more wine knowledge. I feel like those graphics have definitely been a help for me for sure. But yeah, so
thank you.
Like I said, we mentioned for me personally that I should probably stick to drinking more rosés based off of my favorite red wine grape. So for me, that's what I'm going to look to do. But I guess for someone in general looking to get into rosé, like, where would you have them start, or maybe a specific brand, or just where would the beginner look to go to if they're looking to get into
Sure.
rosé?
Sure. So for beginners who are looking to get into rosé, they're going to come off from probably, it depends on what direction they're coming from. So if they're coming from, let's say, a sweet wine, like there's some people just look for sweet, they love to drink sweet, and that's fine.
Yep.
If you're going to come from that sweet space, I would definitely go toward a Mateus, Mateus, and they've been around. They've been around for over 60 years. But they left and came. They left around in the 80s, and they came back again with rebranding and kind of developing the wine a little bit more to the taste of an actual Provençal wine, because they got a bad rap for a long time and were the reason why people stopped drinking rosé in the first place. But if they're looking for that sweet beginner way to get into rosé, I definitely would say Mateus. If they like a crisp to drier, want to stay with the 100% true Grenache, Notorious Pink is one. Hampton Water is another one you can try, which is actually from Bon Jovi and his son.
Okay.
For those who didn't know, yes, Bon Jovi has his own wine. Then there's the Archerouse, which I'm actually drinking the orange wine right now, but she has many other varietals. She also has a Provençal rosé that's in a can. Definitely try that one. There's the Maison Marcel, Chateau de Bern. Romance is another one. Le Fate du Rosé is actually a Black-owned wine brand, and his is actually made in Saint-Tropez. So, I mean, there's many there's many ones that they can get into, but I would definitely start with those.
Where just quick question based off of that, where do you link the or where do you put the Rosé All Day brand and that? Because I see that like at your your normal grocery stores a lot. Like your
oh my gosh, okay,
Targets,
yes,
Meijer, or I don't know if there's Meijer
where
you are, but here in the Midwest we got a lot of Meijers.
Meijer, Kroger, yeah.
Meijer, okay, all right. So Rosé All Day, I've had their still wine, but I've opened their sparkling this weekend. Their sparkling rosé, OMG. I'm not a big sparkling wine fan. I'm not big. It's like okay, so this is off the top. If you like the nutty flavors, this is what you're going to get, because they use a black Grenache grape.
Okay.
So you're getting these flavors that you wouldn't normally taste in a rosé wine. And it's not bubbly to the sense, because I'm not a big bubble fan. Like I can deal with a little bubbles, but like champagne and stuff, I don't want to burn the back of my throat every time I have a glass.
Yeah.
So with the rosé, the sparkling, it doesn't have that intense acidity that you would think. Like it gives you the bubbles, but it okay. So easy way to describe it: gives you the bubbles, but it settles and it becomes more like a still wine. So you're drinking like a Grenache-based, nutty flavored, low acidity sparkling wine with no sparkles. That's the only way I can describe it, but I popped that this weekend, and I am all for it over their actual just regular rosé all day. Like I will only now buy the sparkling rosé.
Oh wow! Okay.
That's how intense for me it was that it trumped their own rosé all day brand, still wine brand.
Okay, good to know.
I love it. I love it. What are some of the most common misconceptions you see about rosé?
For one, we just mentioned was that it was white wine. But for two, that it's sweet. The other misconception, I mean, those are the biggest ones, that it's a white wine and that it's sweet and that it's only seasonal, which it's not. And that's another thing that gets me upset too. It's not a seasonal wine. They drink this all year in Europe. In Italy, there's parts where they harvest their grapes in September so they can drink it in December.
Okay.
So, if I could rule out rosé being a seasonal wine, if there was some, person that I needed to talk to in order for them to remove that rosé be a seasonal wine only,
yes,
I would definitely remove it, because it's a wine that is easy drinking. It's food friendly. And I don't understand why we can't celebrate it all year like we do with champagne. Right. I mean, they don't take red wines off the shelf. They don't take white wines off the shelf. So I don't understand why Rosé has this limited selection where there are some places that harvest their grapes later in the year so that you can drink it earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely seems like, especially here in the States, like, you know, it's rosé. Like as soon as the warm weather hits, starting like May, April, ending ending in September, it's all about rosé, and then after that, you don't really see it anymore. Like
right. That's so true. And I've actually I've been trying to pitch it even for the fall season, and some publications just like, no, we stopped writing about rosé, and I'm like, but I'm still drinking it. Like, what do you mean?
Well, I'm gonna be drinking them this fall to find out which one I like. So
wow, see, Jamie, look at you.
So yeah,
already turning.
Good. Look at God. Look at God.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
That's hilarious.
I think that's the first time in my life I've ever said, "Won't he do it?"
Oh yeah.
Oh, we
It's definitely not the first time you heard it, though.
Yeah.
No, it's not the first time I've heard it, but I think it's the first time that I've actually had the place where I'm like, okay, this is the perfect time to use that. Yes,
we definitely throw it out every 5 episodes. So we
need to throw it on t-shirts. We need to throw it on t-shirt.
Definitely, you definitely need to do that with some headphones over it, and then the podcast, and it has the sound wave coming out would be "Won't he do it?" Copyright.
Amy out here. All right. Man, she done so much for the pod today. Got designer t-shirts. This is crazy. Crazy. Blessing us. Awesome. So,
hey.
You love to see it.
Love to see it. So if you aren't drinking rosé, what kind of wine are you drinking, and what pairings work? Well, yeah. Answer that question first before I go to the next one.
If I'm drinking a rosé?
Yeah, so if you are not drinking rosé, if you're not drinking
if I'm not drinking rosé.
What kind of wine are you enjoying?
In the off chance that you're not drinking.
Yeah, for sure.
If in the off chance, because it happens, you go places and they don't have rosé, they stock a red wine.
Yeah.
I would, if I had to purchase it myself, it would be a Bordeaux, because I stick with the French. Mm-hmm. And if I was at someone's house and they only had a red, I would drink a Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet Sauvignon is a little more full-bodied, and the Bordeaux I like because it's not as potent and tannic as some Cabernet Sauvignons would be. Tannic meaning acidic. So some of those red wines leave your mouth feeling like cotton mouth. Just after you leave the house and your mouth is purple, it's just so rich and so potent. Mm-hmm. So I find that the Bordeaux is not heavy like that. It's just a smooth, easy drinking wine with flavor.
Yeah. I agree. I love it. Now, what pairings work best with rosé for you going back?
I love seafood. And if I could eat steak every single night, I would. Surf and turf kind of gal.
All right.
So definitely I would have it with oysters. If you're not an oyster fan, you can do salmon, because there are. If you don't like salmon or oysters, you can have it with a whitefish. You can have it with shrimp.
Or you could
whitefish, shrimp.
Become an adult.
Scallop.
All right.
Or he said you got baby palate.
No salmon. Come on. All right.
You can also have it with, so if you're not going to do it on the fish, with the meat side, you can do it with duck. Because the thing with some rosés, you want to pull out, it matches very well with fatty kind of meat.
Okay.
So there's the duck. Definitely, steak pairs well. The steak with the red wine is good, and because rosé is made with the red wine grape, you won't go wrong with having it with the steak.
Okay.
And if you're gonna have cheese, definitely stick to the softer cheeses.
Okay.
So a goat cheese, a brie, camembert, those kind of soft cheeses. Definitely, feta cheese brings out the flavor.
I like it. I like it a lot. I wonder if it would go good with gator if you've had that before. But that's a fatty
gator.
Meat. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna try that. Okay.
We working.
Where'd you get gator from?
We got a few places up here. We have a few New Orleans kitchens in Michigan. Surprisingly, right? But yeah, I've had gator up here. I've been to New Orleans twice and never had it down there. So I've been able to find it in Michigan, but not in New Orleans. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, good to
I'm
know.
gonna have to try that gator.
You know, I guess it's time to expand my palate, I guess, a little bit too. So you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Just a little bit.
I can't make any promises on how quick that's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I mean, you don't eat any kind of fish. Not one. There's not one fish. Like, he was like, someone was like, "Oh, we got haddock." He's like, "All right, we got."
See, the thing is, like
Swedish fish.
all right. Yeah, Swedish. Honestly, though, Swedish fish is probably the only fish. But
you're not even getting Swedish fish in there. Come on, man.
No. I do eat Swedish fish. But yeah, so there's just something about the texture to a lot of fish that I try, and I'm just like, nah, it's just not for me. So.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, I just don't really go. I just don't go to seafood that often, just based on texture things.
Not even shrimp.
Occasionally, like I'll have like a bite of my fiance's shrimp, but not that often. No.
Man.
I know.
I know what you mean. Like, I can see where the thought process is. Maybe a lighter fish like a tilapia. 'Cause tilapia doesn't really taste like too much. Like it's pretty flat.
Right.
There's a few fish.
What about blackened fish? Because it also depends on how you cook it too.
Yeah,
like if there's blackened fish, there's grilled fish. Like, you might not like baked fish, right? Because it leaves some of that like film on it. But if you have it grilled so there's no film at all, and it's just completely cooked, and it's a little more fleshy, kind of like a steak, like even like a swordfish. That's like a steak.
Yeah. Okay. It really is. It really is, and a little bit bland. It's bland on the taste. And it would be really great with Rosay, truthfully speaking.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know how soon I'm going to get to it, but I'm going to get to it. I promise you that. But moving on like a little bit away from like the actual wine, we know you are a lead content writer for TriWine. So I just subscribed to the mailing list or something the other day.
The newsletter,
Yep. And I did a little bit of research on the app, so it's. I'm gonna just let you explain what that is, so you can let the listeners know what it is as well.
Cool. So, TriWine App actually has been 5 years in the making and is currently in the Kickstarter phase for capital. And basically, in a nutshell, it brings three facets of the wine industry together, which is wineries, consumers, and restaurants. The app will help connoisseurs of all levels find their wine that best fits their palate, helps them to discover wine from the winemaker. And it's kind of like it's a matchmaker for both the wineries to find wine connoisseurs, as well as a matchmaker for helping wine connoisseurs to find their favorite wineries with just like one swipe. So it's basically just trying to marry all of these three things together to help you build your palate profile based on what you like to drink. So, for example, you have this app, you find this wine that you like, you put the profile in there, it matches it all. It's like puts it all together with the data, and then it tells you this is where you should go for the winery because based on this type of wine, this is where you should go.
Okay. I like it.
This is a liquor store that carries that kind of wine that you like. So instead of having like 5 different apps that have different, the different wineries and has the maps of the wineries. It's just one app that houses it all based on what you like to drink.
Okay, so you're telling me once this app makes it to the market and I can download it, I can get rid of the Vivino app, is what you're telling me? Or
shots fired.
Yes, you can.
Shots fired.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
Shots fired.
Right. Yeah, we out here. Yeah, for sure.
I love to see it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Go.
Definitely. And we're trying to do something cool with it too. Like you can, because of COVID, it might be a little harder, but the founder is trying to make it so that as you visit this winery, you can actually meet and greet with the winemaker. So it's kind of like you get to learn more about the wine from the winemaker itself.
Okay.
And he's developed these relationships with these wineries. He's been in it for years, so he's already built these relationships. So he's trying to also have that be part of the experience.
I like it. I love it. I love it for sure. And super excited to be, just to go through that with you.
For sure.
Most definitely.
Like we're definitely looking forward to seeing what's to come for that.
100%. Now, last.
Yeah, me too.
In the wine industry, we're all in the wine space in one way, shape, or form. We've seen it kind of take a turn and becoming more diverse this year, especially. What are your thoughts on the future of the industry, Jamie?
So I'm glad you brought that up because I find that it's totally relevant to the times. And I didn't know there was a problem until I started writing about wine, to be honest. I didn't know that there was a lack in diversity until I went to one of our liquor stores here, and I was like, there are no Black winemakers in here at all. I just recently saw Mary J. Blige's wine in the store, and that was like a first because she has her own wine label called Sun Goddess. But
yep, I just got the Sauv Blanc on the way, actually. Should be here.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Support. Yep. But yeah, that was when I noticed that there was a lack when I started writing about them and seeing that there was a huge gap, seeing that the discrimination, the small microaggressions that happen within, sommeliers not knowing or not experienced, their palate is not experienced enough, whatever the hell that means.
Yeah.
As if we have different taste buds from anybody else. But it's just these small things that I didn't realize that was happening until I started writing about it. So now that it's out in fruition, like with everything else, like there's more, now all these places are looking for more, Black indigenous people of color, women of color, trying to get more of our take, our views and voices in the industry. I find that it's a light that has finally been shown that needs to be, everyone needs to see that, we can do the same thing too. I mean, there's actually a couple of female winemakers here. I live in the New England area. One woman is called Krista Scruggs, and she has her winery in Vermont, and she actually crushes her grape with her feet, I believe, like old style traditional winemaking. Wow. Awesome. And she makes her wines just using apples and grapes, and ferments them in their cider. So, I mean, it's just all these things that you learn where, they're not highlighted as much as everybody else. So I'm glad that the beacon has finally been shown, and that Wine Enthusiast, Wine Spectator, like all the magazines are finally shining the light on people who've been doing this for years.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I definitely think for me as well, like I didn't know that there was an issue with it. I guess for not being in the space in general to start. But I remember watching the movie Uncorked, it's called Uncorked, right? So I remember watching that and just thinking, oh, this dude looked like me, like whatever he's doing, like
representation is everything.
oh wow, like this is the first time I've seen someone like this talk about wine or like truly geek out about wine or like enjoy it. So that's kind of where it started for me. And then our first guest, shout out George Walker III,
yes sir,
sommelier who is now working for Wade Cellars. He just kind of put it into perspective what he wanted to do, which was take the bougie out of wine, make it seem like like it's like wine should be for you. Like it doesn't have to be this bougie thing that you can't get into.
Yeah, complex industry.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because they make it seem like it's so intimidating, and I don't know if that's so because they think we're not smart enough to understand what those things are. But there's plenty of Black onophiles that have been drinking wine for years.
Long time.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that it's now finally out there, and it makes me I'm here for it, and I'm ready to see what the future holds and opens doors for everyone else to get into winemaking, because that's also something that I think people want to do, but they don't know how to do, and they don't know where to go to find out how to do these things. I mean, a lot of these people started making wine at home. A lot of them started in their garage. A lot of them started in their kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's not as complex as people might think. Like people think you need this big facility, and sometimes you just need your kitchen and a big pot and all the right tools to make these things. So
I love it, man. That's That's awesome. What else can you share with us about the industry, if you don't mind, if there's anything else? I feel like
definitely support. I definitely support Black-owned winemakers. And in order to do that, if you don't have them in your stores, you will have to purchase them online. There's one that actually is made from flowers. Free Range Flower Winery is wine made from flowers. I kid you not.
Okay.
She has hibiscus rosé. She has wine made from lavender, marigold rosé. It's an actual. It's more of a botany method where it's an old practice that was done for years, and she does it now with her wines, and they sell out like hotcakes.
Nice.
And you should definitely check her out because it's wine made from flowers. Like, how can you not want to try? How can you not want to try that?
Yeah.
That's one spot you look at, and then of course, I'm sure you've heard like the McBride sisters.
Oh yeah, we go through their whole lineup through the podcast. So we've been messing with them.
Yeah,
they're definitely friends of the pod for sure.
Right. So that's the other thing here in Massachusetts. They're not up here, and I don't know what it is with distributors here in Massachusetts, but they're not here in Massachusetts.
It's definitely tough to find them here. I know they just made their way to a lot of Trader Joe's, so you can find most of them there. But before that, I had to drive an hour back home to where I'm from and go to the local Kroger because they didn't have them up here in Grand Rapids. But it was.
There has to be a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but there has to be a reason why they're not distributed as widely as, say, a Notorious or any other kind of wine that you would in Apothic or a Cupcake. You see Cupcake Winery everywhere. You see Apothic everywhere. Like there has to be a reason why. And I know a lot of these Black-owned wineries, they do them in small batches.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why they make small batches. So they don't have. It's not mass produced like a lot of these, where it's like they make a small lot, they give it to wherever it goes, and then that's it. That could be the reason why, but I'm sure there's more to it. There has to be more. More of a reason why.
I don't doubt it at all.
Not at all. Yeah, there's definitely got to be a reason, but having them closer to me now is definitely really great. I know there's a couple wine stores near us too that sell some of Andre Mac's wines too, so I'm happy to see those. Obviously, it's still not everywhere, but I do know some places where.
And you know what, too? It could be the consumer's voice. Maybe we need to be the ones to say, "Hey, this is what I want. Can you bring it here?"
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Very true.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
Very true. Well, yeah, Jamie, that's pretty much all we have about the rosé. We appreciate you taking us on this journey. Like I said, I've learned some new things. I'm excited to try some new things when it comes to rosé and I guess food now. So
about time.
so I'm excited to expand my palate when it comes to rosé and the pairings for sure. So thank you again for joining us on the pod. As we always say, once you're a guest on the pod, you're family. So we're happy to have you.
Amen. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
so yeah, just give us a quick rundown of where the people can find you on social media. We'll definitely plug it in our show notes and maybe just something of what you got coming up next.
Sure. So definitely check me out on my Instagram at Rosay. That's ROSAY with Jamie, JAIME. You can find me there. Still working on my other socials. I have my Twitter. That's at Jamie, JAIME, J Brown. Those are the two spots that you can find me now. To check out my blog is lipstickandrosé.com. You can learn more about my wine journey there, as well as discover new rosés. In case you're, intrigued and want to know more about rosé, you can find me there as well.
Okay.
And what's coming up next? I am open. I am an open book, and I am ready for whatever the universe brings me.
I like it.
Currently working on a rosé and lipstick book because within my obsession of learning about both rosé and lipstick, I found out they're very similar and have the same history. So I'm currently writing a book on that.
Nice. Love to see it.
Love it. Once again, Jamie, thank you. All right, this week in culture, we had a lot going on, man. This was a big week, not only for the culture. I mean, honestly, for me, because when I joined the Lakers, I didn't think that we would make it this far. And it was like
LeBron told y'all though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and it's just you got to give LeBron his respect. You got to give AD his respect. You got to give Frank Vogel his respect, Alex Caruso, and you got to give Darryl his damn respect that's given, man, because we really worked hard for this.
Yeah, but you didn't even believe it.
I didn't even know Giannis had a brother on the Lakers.
Bro, you're not a real fan.
How many minutes did this man play?
He didn't play, but I knew he was on there.
Did you know who Horton Tucker was?
Horton Tucker?
Yeah.
Out of
No, for real. It was like they were showing pictures and whatnot. I was like, dang, this is crazy.
He was probably that dude that I talked about a couple weeks ago that
I'm gonna be honest with you, Jared.
80 trucked on the game winner.
Jared Dudley makes me feel like I could play any professional sport when I look at his. I can't lie, bro. There's no definition. No, for real. He could shoot though, for real. But Jared Dudley looks like the dad that gets mad at football games in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All I'm saying is the way Danny Green shoot.
Jared Dudley look like he still wears FUBU.
I can drop at least 10 a game the way Danny Green be shooting.
That last shot, Danny Green was snapping this past game, though.
He had no choice.
I know, bro. I was pissed, dog.
He had no choice.
He was snapping.
You want to get traded or you want to hit some shots?
And that's the difference between Ray Allen and all these other dudes. Because Ray Allen would have hit that shot at the
I would have hit that shot.
Man,
but anyways,
yeah,
they got it done though.
For sure, bro. Because you said you had a LeBron jersey on before you came over here. This was pre-production.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, for sure. We was helping Wayne, not really helping Wayne at all. But yeah, you were saying that you had the LeBron. That was crazy, bro.
I did have the LeBron jersey on.
Where the jersey at, bro?
I switched it up.
Oh, that's a great shirt, bro. Yeah.
Nice
still Nike though.
Yeah.
So basically LeBron.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or Serena, either one.
Pretty much. I got
you.
Yeah. I was gonna wear it, but I didn't know what you was gonna ask me with the jersey on.
I'll tell you, you're scared.
A little bit. I was a little scared for sure. But anyways, number 4 Finals MVP for Bron.
Oh yeah,
17th championship for the Lakers.
Yeah.
The game itself was kind of but
oh yeah, that was, like I turned it on. It was 73-46.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I went to go watch the Monday Night Football game.
Shout out to Russell Wilson.
Got it done
for dropping 30 points for me in fantasy this week too.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to the Lions for not losing this week. They had a bye, but yeah, we good.
Somehow they probably still lost somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody got COVID and they lost. I don't know. Somehow they lost. But yeah, man.
It was a big week, man. I mean, it's huge.
It was like. So we talked about it on the pod early on, like when the bubble was starting. Like we didn't know like how it was gonna work. We didn't know what was going on as far as obviously there was a lot going on this summer with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, like all these stories, and we didn't know if it was the right time for basketball.
I agree,
but the NBA got it right.
Yeah, I think they did the best. I mean, from what I watched, right? They've definitely done the best. I know baseball had a little bit of, the MLB had a little bit of struggles in the beginning, but I will say that the NBA, they always do, they know how to tread the line the right way. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but Adam Silver really kills it for sure. I don't know if rest in peace to David Stern, but I don't know. I really like the way they move and get through this.
Yeah.
And this ain't a sports podcast at all, but I think that addressing cultural issues, the NBA has done the best out of all the professional what is that? Associations or professional leagues, whatever sports, you want to call about it.
The Big Four. Yeah.
And that includes the WNBA as well.
Yep.
Can't forget about them, for sure.
Can't forget about them. Shout out Diana Taurasi.
And Brittany Stewart or Brianna. Brittany Stewart. Brianna Stewart. The coldest. She kills it. Sue Bird, shout out to you.
She nice with it.
Maya Moore.
Shout out Maya Moore.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Skylar Diggins?
I'm still waiting on her. So, for sure.
I see the vibes.
I'm 6'2".
Damn.
Oh,
2 episodes in a row.
My bad, bro.
Damn,
my bad. Content got to get bigger, so I just got to grow, right? So I got to be sick. I got you.
I got you.
Yeah, for sure. But you sing, though, so you might as well. All right, my bad.
We ain't even got to the music yet.
We got one more update, for sure. Tom Brady this week went off, for sure. And he also caught a bad case of Yeah, like early onset, man. I can't even joke about dementia, but that because I run in the family. But that man forgot that it was a third down, fourth down.
It was fourth.
Fourth down.
He thought it was third.
Thought it was third. Also, one thing that I just want to point out here: Tom Brady is the GOAT for sure, but they never show him flipping the fuck out on the sidelines like they do everybody else. Because when Dez Bryant was going to fuck off, like they really had an issue with Dez.
Oh
Bryant.
Yeah, they be on it.
For sure,
they be on it.
They never really showed Tom Brady, but this week he was going crazy losing to the Bears and Nick Foles was leading them. But yeah, anyway.
They was up too at one point that I saw, but
I was doing their thing, man. They got so much talent on the team. Like, yeah, crazy.
I mean, Mike Evans, he still got me 15, and the running back still got me 15. So
Leonard Fournette or Ronald Jones? Ronald Jones, yeah. Did you win this week? Or, well, it's two. Yeah, today, technically speaking, yeah.
I'm up 20 right now.
Oh.
And as long as Keenan Allen don't go up.
Yeah, he was getting busy before the pod.
He was, so
yeah,
I'm going to check my phone in a minute to see what's going on. But
for sure, he was getting busy.
Yeah.
Tough catch. That boy Herbert's something nice.
Oh, yeah, he's nice too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But on top of that, want to share big news this week. We got a few other things that we want to touch on. Number one is that J. Cole, he's expanding his Dreamville record company. It's now a multimedia division. So what are we talking about
PG
here?
Lang.
PG, very similar. That's crazy. I didn't even make the connection there. You smart, bro.
1 + 1 =
for sure.
2.
You went to Grand Valley,
like
didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. I did too, bro. Yeah, for sure. I still can't spell, but we good. But yeah, Dreamville, they are expanding their footprint basically. And from what I took away from this was that they're adding a content division. Is that kind of what you got out of this as well?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So just when you think of like Dreamville, the record label, you think of just music.
Yeah.
But when you add like the term media in it,
yes, sir,
that means you can kind of do a lot more, add a lot more to your bag. Yeah. Essentially.
Yeah. I agree, bro. I agree. I think that when you talk about Dreamville, it'd be very interesting to say like, oh yeah, they not only produce music and amazing music with the merch, with the festivals, with anything around music, but also now they're producing movies. And I wonder if a lot of other folks will shift to that. Early beginnings, it reminds me of Dame Dash. Like as much as people say he's a quote unquote lunatic, like Dame Dash really had it. Like you talk about State Property, those are hood classics. When you talk about Paid in Full, that is one of my, if not my favorite movie, that is one of the best movies ever in our culture.
Yeah, for sure. Facts.
And that's Rockefeller. Like that's early on. So they were doing that beforehand. I think they may not have been the first, but they definitely did it the biggest. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But I feel like, from their standpoint, it'd be super dope to see a J. Cole direct a movie or in part of that.
Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely be tuned in for it for sure. You already know we're the biggest, or we always say we're big J. Cole fans anyways. Yep. So anything that Dreamville do, we down with it. Yeah. And if they want to start doing podcasts, musicinthebottlepod@gmail.com.
Yes, sir. We here. But I do think there's a point. I mean, like for us, we film we do these 2-hour podcasts, and like even for J. Cole, he's writing these albums, and John Singleton, the creator of Snowfall, he just a whole bunch, but the latest would be Snowfall before his passing. He told Ice Cube early on, if you can write raps, you could write a movie. And we look at Ice Cube, and there are movies from Janky Promoters all the way to Friday, all the way to Are We There Yet, that are like huge commercial hit. Exactly, bro. Like there's no limits there. So super excited to see what J. Cole does with that. I know he's gonna make it dope, and it's gonna be a good look for sure. On top of that, this week, 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. I think they surprised a lot of people with
21.
Savage Mode 2 debuting at number 1. What are your thoughts on that, man?
I think it was expected this week, man. Like I said, we talked about it last week on the pod. That was the album that just kind of had the most turn up feel, Yeah. And like I said, with Morgan Freeman on there, the Drake feature,
yes, sir.
Obviously a big boost, and just based off the first Savage Mode. Yeah. I mean, they kind of did what they had to do on that. Yeah. You good over there?
Yeah, we good, bro.
Straight.
That tequila shot might have got me.
All right.
Over here. Yeah,
right.
we good.
Yeah, man, I think it was expected for sure, and well deserved. Yeah. The album was great.
Album is great. Round of applause for it.
Look at you.
Yeah, we good. But yeah, for sure. For sure. Round of applause for 21 Savage and them. Killing it for sure. Next up, we got a bunch of music for you guys this week. We're going to kick it off with some Reason, a little bit of Roc Nation, and some Travis Scott.
Let's go.
This week was kind of light with music, like for real. Let me pour up oh no, we good. But yeah, it was kind of light in music. The reason I would say that is because I was expecting one commercial artist to release, and from the looks of things, I wasn't full with the Travis remix to Franchise off of a song that I thought was mid. But let's get into Reason. Shout out to Reason, New Beginnings. TDE release, yes, for sure.
Debut album, I think, too.
Debut
album. I think the rest were
debut album, LPs or EPs.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Reason, man. And this sounds like it was their first album. Big fan of Reason. Shout out to TDE as well, the label.
Yep. Shout out to him.
Thoughts, man. Thoughts on Reason, New Beginnings.
To be honest, I thought the album was straight. I gave it a couple quick spins. I think Reason is an artist that I do like, so I'm excited to see like after this project what comes next.
Yeah.
But like I said, we talked about how we just didn't get like a super big commercial artist, and as far as TDE goes, we've been waiting for
everybody there.
Everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
But SZA.
J-Rock. Somebody.
Some new Sir. Like we've gotten the TDE Fan Appreciation Week where they all drop some stuff. But honestly, I thought the album was straight. Mm-hmm. I thought it was straight. It's definitely something that I'll add a couple songs. He has a JID feature, JID and Isaiah Rashad's on there.
Like that.
Rhapsody is on there, solid track.
Yeah, Rhapsody is another person I'm waiting on for sure.
Yep, he got some solid features for sure and some solid tracks on there. I do mess with it. Like I said, it just was a light week, but the album was straight.
Yeah. I from my perspective, I thought that the Reason was a decent album for Reason. And what I mean by that is you definitely he came with it. I don't think that he had to he basically had a blank canvas and to make an impression on everybody. This was a good week to do. I mean, a good week to do it. This was a perfect week to release because it forced me to listen to his whole album. I went through it, thought it was decent, man. I give him, it's high grade mid, but for Reason, I definitely give them. He passed. Anything that I would have to say about Reason, I can't say right now for sure. But yeah, man.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Mac Miller?
I didn't like that. Not at all. Not one bit.
Like
the diss. You
thought it was a diss? Or
I took it as a diss.
You took it as a diss?
What'd you take it as?
I didn't take it as a diss.
I took it as a diss. It just didn't feel anything that's mentioned in a man, post death. Like if I was like, and I'm better than Pop Smoke in a rap song, it just feels like a fucking diss. Like I just can't.
I mean, it was definitely like eerie to hear him, or like it was like, yo, like you didn't really have to say his name, but on the industry side of things, I do understand, I don't think he meant it as a diss. Obviously, I don't think he straight up, wanted to put that out and wanted to, think that it was going to get this type of
response, man.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. I don't think he thought that, whatsoever. I think he was just speaking on the industry and how, labels are out here. They don't care about your mental health. They don't care about what you do, as long as you're making that bag for them. And I think he was trying to put that out. But like I said, I didn't take it as a diss, but I see where everyone could have been like, "Hey, keep Mac's name out of your mouth right now," So
it's just too sensitive of a topic,
for sure.
Man. And I don't care when anyone's passed. I still get sensitive about the Michael Jackson shit. You know what I mean? With Oprah doing that. This is the biggest, I think to this day, no one has had an impact like Michael Jackson has had on anyone else. And Mac Miller, for real, had a cult audience that.
Bro, we fuck with Mac Miller heavy.
Heavy, bro. There are points in times, I can point to you when I heard the first Mac Miller star, when I was really messing with the first Mac Miller, when Kids came out. Mm-hmm. And how much of an impact that had on my adolescence and me growing up. Crazy. And even then, man, him releasing his albums, it's just if you knew Mac, like that's just dope. So that's why I took it as a diss, because I think I was more sensitive for a Mac Miller side to, bro, why are you even reaching? Like that you're just reaching for an artist who has a following so that you can hit headlines. That's the only benefit I see there for sure.
He also had a track that came out earlier where they were saying he was dissing Logic.
Yep.
And I think he explained like what was going on as well. I didn't really like read too much into that. But I did see that. So like I said, I get what he's doing. Like I get what's going on, but you know, there's just certain artists, especially ones that are not here with us, that can speak for themselves. That it's just like, all right, you gotta kind of lay low on some stuff like that. But 100%. I personally just, you know, I just understood where he was coming from, but I also understood where true Mac Miller fans like us would, you know, take that as a diss for sure.
Off, like just don't. Yeah, man. I think this is coming off of some of my animosity towards it is like that Gold Link situation that happened. You know, 6 weeks ago, that Gold Link basically dissed Mac Miller and said he was just a terrible fucking human being before he passed. So yeah, that's where a lot of my animosity comes from with this. But I don't think Reason had any ill will. I just think that from his standpoint, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think he had ill will. I don't think so. Yeah, but it is what it is, man.
Solid album. Like I said,
solid tape.
It was solid for what it was.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Reason, man. It's definitely a good listen. New Beginnings is the name of the album. Next up, Roc Nation releases Reprise, a compilation album. Thoughts on this, man?
Thoughts? I gave this a quick spin on my commute to work.
Yeah.
I believe Friday actually, or Saturday morning. I don't remember which one, but this weekend I gave it a spin, and we covered, I think, one track for sure. So the Georgia Smith track by Any Means we covered on a couple or a few episodes back.
Shout out to Georgia.
Shout out to Georgia. She's
hey Georgia.
Damn you.
No, like the state, bro. Georgia, like, nah, bro. See, I was on my Ray Charles, bro. Like, see, you always leading. I mean, assumptions get you killed. Party Next Door said that, bro. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. OVO.
Right. But yeah, Georgia Smith had that.
The girl at my next show.
Had that track that we covered earlier, which it was kind of more so along the lines of the Black Lives Matter movement. Which was a solid track. So I like that. There was actually a couple other ones on there that I messed with. I know D-Smoke, one of our artists, Uncorked, a few weeks back. He's on a couple tracks. Rhapsody is on this one as well. A solid listen. Like I said, it wasn't, you know, nothing to truly rave over, but it was a solid listen, I thought.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I thought it was a decent listen as well. This is something that you kind of breeze. Like for me personally, while I'm doing things, this is what I listen to. Mm-hmm. It's not, I don't mean this background music by any means, but I think that more so this one was like, it had a lot of good songs on it. Aunt Clemens, my boy, was on this one as well.
Sorry, track 6, King Mel, Me vs. America.
That's you. Jamel, King Mel, I got you, bro.
Okay, that is me. I posted this one on Instagram as one of like my current vibes or whatever.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't know he played for the Chargers, to be honest. I thought he was just a rapper.
Nah, bro. He played for the Chargers. He was out there with Keenan Allen, lining up.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but,
bro.
But that track was a vibe, too.
Yeah.
That was a vibe. Check that one out if you didn't get a good listen to that one.
Yes, sir. I definitely like that one. Good album.
Solid.
You got a thumbs up on that one?
Yeah. I give it a thumbs up.
Bet. So what do you think about that Travis Scott featuring Future and Young Thug, the remix to Franchise?
It should have been the original, if anything.
Okay. Yep. From my white tee. Yeah.
You know, I think this track for me, we talked about a couple of weeks ago how not good it was.
Okay.
So I don't think there's really a lot of recovery there on this track.
It should have been an original. I mean, in terms of your American audience, you hit the American audience first, and you hit them with that Future and Young Thug. Future and Young Thug, for real, on the same track. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a vibe. Like, I cannot miss with that. And then even Future, I mean, I actually think that Future and Travis together is a vibe. For real. This is when you talk about like the Ragers or whoever you want to call like Travis Scott's audience. Like, this is what they want. I never thought that Young Thug's verse on this song was bad. I just didn't think that pairing it. You coming from like MIA, and then you jump to Young Thug, and it's just like it's two different.
Yeah,
two
the beat
different vibes.
The beat was just super. I don't know, like it. Yeah. It just didn't really fit Thug as great as it should have.
Yeah.
His verse wasn't terrible at all.
Yeah.
It was just the song in general just didn't mesh.
Yes.
But I do like the remix better than the original. But the song I think is still
sub.
Very sub.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man.
I gave it like 3 streams this weekend, like just to hear Future's verse a couple times and just to see like how it sounds comparatively to the original. But
yeah, man,
it's gonna sell.
I listen to this, and then you know how Spotify throws like your next song out automatically.
Yeah.
Franchise came on. I listened to Futures, and then what came on next was the Future remix Roses with St. John. Mm-hmm. And Future's verse on that is fucking. It's really
I did
hard.
Go back to that recently.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, and I was like, man, like he didn't really body this like he could have, and I just don't understand why they're not bodying it because the Franchise song, the beat is hard as hell. Like it's a super hard beat.
It's perfect for Travis Scott. It's like right up his bag. It's just the way the artist I don't know what went wrong.
I'm gonna reach right here, but I'm gonna say on that Franchise beat, you know who would have killed that?
Who?
Juicy J. I think he would have bodied that beat, bro. For real.
I can see that.
Like him rapping over that with it. Yeah, ho. I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm not joking, man. No, I swear he would have killed that.
I see it.
But outside of that, I part time as A&R for y'all that don't know. But yeah, it is.
He literally do, y'all. He literally be out here.
Yeah, for sure. Music in the Bottle Records. Y'all can sign up January.
Coming soon.
2021. On the 32nd of January.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got time.
It's a Tuesday.
I thought it was a Saturday.
Our office hours are from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Damn.
Looking forward to it.
Let's get it. Yeah. What we got next? We got Benny the Butcher. Little single.
Oh no, that's Westside Gunn.
That's Westside Gunn, but
my bad. Griselda Records.
But it's Griselda.
Yeah, you see.
Featuring Lil Wayne and Big Sean.
Yep.
My favorite single of the week.
Yeah. Wow. All right, I got you out here. Then go ahead. Then
I thought they bodied it.
No, I did too, bro. Go ahead. But you know how grandma be at the games. Go ahead, baby.
All of them bodied it, bro.
Run that ball.
All of them.
Big ass head.
All of them bodied it, bro.
Nah, you go ahead.
This was a good single. I saw Big Sean post something pre-Friday saying how, he just posted Detroit 2 and, he thought he'd be done, but he had to get in the booth and lay some fire on this.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I was excited to see, Lil Wayne's been killing it in 2020, I think.
He actually has been doing this thing. He also had a release this week as well.
Lil Wayne?
Yeah, bro. It's called NFL. He had it with Gutta Gutta. Came out. Yeah, for sure.
Lil Wayne?
Yeah, bro. I'll be up on it, you know what I mean? Because I'm Young Money Records and NT.
Damn, I ain't see that
music
one.
in the bottle.
Shout out Wayne, though. Shout out Wayne.
No,
but this track was dope, though. This track was dope. It'll definitely be in rotation.
Yeah, liked it.
Solid track for sure.
Yeah.
This is another track which we talked about Griselda Records.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Their whole team.
The whole vibe off Griselda is amazing.
They've been killing it in 2020.
In terms of underground rap and then showing the way to jump to the mainstream, like it's the perfect way to do it, and you still independent, which is super dope. From what I know, I should say. But Griselda, Benny the Butcher, they got my boy Westside Gunn, one of my favorite rappers. In terms of 2020, making the most of quarantine. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Westside Gunn is the coldest, man. But yeah, they have a bunch of dope acts on their label, which is nice to hear, man.
What's his daughter's name, by the way? Westside Pootie or Tootie?
For real?
She be on a couple tracks at the end.
Saying, I didn't know that. She basically she trying to battle rapper Blue Ivy.
Hey, bro, she be on there saying, "Hey, like y'all still broke, and I don't know why y'all mess with my dad or something."
That's a good point. Yeah, for sure, a bunch of brokies. Yeah.
She's solid on those outros.
That's goals right there. I can't lie, that is goals for sure to have your daughter talk stuff on a track.
Seriously,
that's for real.
Yeah,
that's a whole lot. Yes, sir. But yeah, Benny the Butcher, big fan of his music, big fan of their movement as well at Griselda. Man, I what more can you say? Like, having Lil Wayne on a verse is super dope. Shout out to Big Sean as well. And I feel like for Big Sean, this is a big move because Benny Butcher walks into the game as a lyricist, wordplay master. And then you got Wayne, who is just, I feel like in terms of writing ability, it's like Wayne, Jay, and M. Like,
oh yeah, easily.
And that's not to omit like all the, you know what I mean? Like all the people that we really fuck with, like J. Cole's, the Drakes and whatnot.
It's just
but
factual.
in terms of like, yo, I need you to get in a booth and write a dope ass, like, I mean, lyrically, I need you to go against some people that we really, you know, I need you to go against anybody. I'm definitely putting those three up there.
Oh, for sure.
Wayne is incredible.
Easily.
Yeah.
And it's been crazy. Like there's some artists that we grew up listening to like Wayne that, like, for example.
Yeah, I thought Lil Twist was the new Wayne.
You thought.
Oh no, what was it, Lil Chucky or Chucky? Yeah,
and they had some.
Yeah, shout out to Chalk Hill. Yes, this is great.
Chalk Hill.
Chalk,
but yeah,
Chalks, yeah.
But man, but any
season H, they make it chalk. So yeah.
But yeah, man, Wayne has been still killing it in 2020, like it's 2010. So yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Lil Twist for giving us hope too. Young Money, yeah, and Gutta.
Yeah, that Young Money album was crazy back when it dropped.
I mean, honestly,
that Young Money album,
yeah, bro. I still make the
dropped.
bedrock to this day, bro. Yeah, I can still make the bedrock for sure.
I really wish I could have messed with every girl in the world.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because J Mills had the most fire.
Bro, I bought that album. Man, probably day up.
Yeah. Welcome to the Music in a Bottle podcast, guys, where we buy.
We hear
money, yeah, for sure. This is before streaming. Y'all didn't know.
This is way before.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. He had the Walkman. You know what I mean? It was on the hip. Yeah, for sure. Before we were packing guns, we were packing Walkmans on the hip. Yeah, most definitely.
Bought the CD, burnt it to the computer.
Oh yeah. You already know the vibes.
Yes,
yes, sir. On top of that, St. John this week. The homie. Yeah, Jamele and I actually went to his concert in Detroit. Where was that at, bro? Right by the Hopcat. We smashed Hopcat right before that.
Hopcat was fire. It was at a little.
Maybe he had the munchies.
It was a little.
No, I'm just joking.
I had the munchies. I don't know about you, but
hey, kids, be like me. Yeah.
Sure. Hey,
yeah, we good.
Green is good for the environment. Anyways, Magic Stick, I think was the name of the venue. It's like a little hole in the wall, like above a bowling alley or something.
Shout out to 50.
They poured us both drinks that were.
Yo, I forgot about that. So we drove. I don't, man. Like we drove all the way to Detroit from where we're at.
It was like
right
a Wednesday night.
It was a Wednesday night, bro. It was an L. Like we really took an L. So we went to this concert. Let's just this is what we got this is the predicament we got ourselves into. So we drove from Grand Rapids to Detroit, which was about 2 hours, door to door.
But Darryl was going like 85. So we got there and like
drive fast cars for a reason. That was a point. Yeah, it's like when Chief Keef got pulled over in a Lambo and he was like, "Oh, I bought it was because it's fast." You think like, "Yeah, I'm going 120 on the highway." Is what you think?
That's what they go to. Like, what you mean?
Exactly. But what happened was we got there and Magic Stick. Shout out to Magic Stick. They pour heavy drinks. And we got there, and Cody Shane was opening up. She was super dope. Cody Shane, she's on Sprite commercials at this point in time. She's pretty. She's making her way up.
She was the one also. Just want to shout out how dope she did for her like VIP. Like it was like a dinner VIP. So like everybody like
that's ridiculous. That's super dope.
She so everyone that got VIP pretty much got to go out to dinner with her, which was the essential VIP, and obviously like you got the photo with her.
Yes, sir.
We didn't do that because
I wasn't hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
we had Hopcat.
No, we had Hopcat, but yeah, shout out to Hopcat holding Michigan down to the fullest. But anyway, we got there and they poured drinks super heavy. Jamele and I thought we were super smart. We were like, we're gonna drive to Detroit on one night after work, and then we're gonna drive back. Worst decision ever. Yeah. Jamele, I never told Jamele this, but I was falling asleep on the way home, and he probably noticed, but didn't tell me because he's a homie.
I didn't know, bro.
I was falling asleep for real. I didn't know, like, bro. I'm not. Yeah, for sure.
Damn, God was with us.
God was with us on that one. Nah, man, we was playing music super loud. But I was dozing off. Oh, yeah. And the only thing about it is, it was like, why didn't we just stay, bro? You got the plug. Jamele's in the hotel at the hospitality industry. Like,
I definitely could have got a room for $35 that night.
Yeah, we definitely could have hit the double. Yeah, for sure.
Right up the road.
Yeah, definitely. St. John. St. John, he killed it. Performance-wise?
He did.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. So shout out to St. John. He released Gorgeous this week.
I thought it was solid. I thought it was a solid single. It sounded like it sounded like the vibe from Ghetto Lenny's
love songs.
Yeah. So it definitely sounded along that vibe. So I was vibing with it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite single. Like I said, I think that Benny the Butcher single was top or hands down my favorite. But this was a good vibe. Definitely nice to hear more St. John.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, based off that album.
Yeah.
Which was a hit for both of us.
Yeah.
Probably one of our favorite albums of 2019.
100%.
It's just
St. John's a real deal. Like for real.
Yeah. So just trying to see like where he evolves from that.
Yeah.
I think this is a good start moving forward.
Yeah, I think St. John, he definitely, I mean, with this one, I think is a great start because I heard some of the singles that came out with this first two albums and I was like, and they're not my favorite songs from there. Yeah. Like Trap with Lil Baby, not my favorite song from Ghetto Lenny. Like Trap with Lil Baby is a great song, but I just don't, is that the one with Lil Baby or is that what? Yeah.
It's the radio play song.
Yeah, for sure. But you switch it over to Call Me If You Heard This. Call me if you, or whatever. Call me after you hear this.
Yeah, call me after you hear this.
Bro, or I can fucking tell. Like
even the intro, Wedding Day, which is on our Sleepers playlist.
I can't even lie to you. I listen to that
Apple
whole
Music and Spotify and Tidal. I think it's on
Tidal too.
I think it's on Spotify if Darryl updated the playlist.
Even if it's not on Tidal, all the other playlists got the titles on them. So basically, it's the same thing. Nah, no disrespect. But yeah, it is. Yeah, man. I just went through that whole album today, man. Got all Lenny's love songs, and it's
still a vibe.
Fire, bro, fire. But on to my favorite releases from this week, just because I really like when niggas talk about killing niggas. So King Von and Fabio Foreign really came out with something nice this week. I Am What I Am. And it's basically my theme song. Don't look at me spitting everywhere because I'm spitting on these niggas, bro. That's basically it. But yeah, I Am What I Am, man, by King Von and Fabio Foreign. Putting me in a mood, bro. Like, I was ready to kill somebody on my run, bro.
Who was you gonna kill?
Killed the run. It was the shoes, bro. You see? You gotta think. It makes sense. It's all a matter of perspective. Like, once you really get it, that's what it is. Yeah.
You understand him, Wayne? Yeah. You understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah. See, okay. Wayne get it, man. Okay. Yeah. But Wayne gets everything. So that's why. Yeah, this is Wayne's world. Hey, come on, bro.
We just living in it, bro.
I don't got bars like I got cars. Come on, bro. We superstar.
Ooh.
It was like 3, bro. Come on.
Ooh, play that, hit that button real quick.
Oh, bro.
Hit that.
Come on, bro.
Hit that button real quick, bro.
All right, bro. Yeah, it was something late, bro. You know, girl rappers don't really have gun violence, but we good, bro. You already know. Yeah, we good. But go ahead, bro. What you think about that Fabio Foreign?
So this was a track. Shout out Greg Smoka, day one listener of the pod.
Shout out to Greg,
friend of the pod.
Yes, sir.
Homie for sure. He sent this to us in a DM as well, and he was like, "Yo, check this out." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna check it out." Obviously, Fabio has been someone that we've been rocking with heavy, especially you, throughout the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah. Very similar goals. Shoot niggas. No, I'm joking. That's not funny at all.
But yeah, man, this was definitely the type of song that you really wanted to do some shit to, for sure.
No, like in terms of running, you know what I mean? Like this is what I listen to. Like I love audiobooks. I love, you know what I mean, R&B, but I just cannot get off to the I can't get my runs off. Like I cannot run to that, but I need something that's motivating, like I could really like go to. So yeah, man, Fabio Foreign like killed it with this one. Shout out to King Von. King Von is one of them dudes that you really like once you really get into his music and where it's coming from. King Von's coming out of Chicago hard. Like he's dope.
I think the album or whatever mixtape EP was supposed to drop this past Friday, but I think it got pushed back to October 30th. So this will be on it, but I think we gotta wait till October 30th for the rest of it.
Ain't bad. Something for Halloween. That's when the goons come out.
Scary hours. Shout out Drake.
Y'all niggas got me hot, like Anderson .Paak said. Shout out to Anderson .Paak. He dropped Jewels this week.
Damn, transition game.
All right, no, bro. Euro step.
Euro step.
A little bit. Because I got boots on, so I ain't as agile. So we good. But yeah. Anderson .Paak released Jewels this week. Did you get a chance to listen?
I gave this a quick listen. I want to go back to it because Anderson .Paak is someone that I know I do like to tune in. He had the big single, which I can't think of the name right now this summer. You should have been downtown. The people were rising. Whatever that song was, I can't think of the name.
I can't stop thinking about All Bad by Nas, which is just I keep going back to that album. Let me just mention like that Nas album is fucking incredible.
It's up there. It's up there.
But yes,
it's almost time for our top albums of the year too.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's gonna be a whole episode, man.
That's gonna be an episode.
Yeah, for sure. We might have to get Wayne on that one for sure.
Yeah.
We need Wayne's perspective. Yeah, he on the mic
Wayne
next week.
Wayne is grabbing the mic next week. You're gonna hear more of Wayne on this pod.
That's gonna be episode 28. Wayne's World.
World. Oh yeah, title already in the books.
Oh yeah,
Goated.
Easy money.
Goated.
But yeah, man, like
so
this one is.
Yeah, I want to listen to it again because when I first listened to it, I didn't really get what I wanted out of it, or like I don't know, like if I don't like it or if it's
in the middle. You make a really good point. I think that I hate to say it like this, but Anderson .Paak, out of everybody that made the song, man, let me say this the right way, PC, politically correct. A lot of people made great efforts in making songs about police brutality. Anderson .Paak did it the best way, and while getting the message across and also making a melody on top of that, he did a great job.
Yes, facts.
His was he bodied that. Now coming off of that, this one, Warrior, my bad.
I just like comparing it to that. Like I was expecting something more.
Yes,
like
sir. Yeah.
Okay, like that song was a vibe. This one, like I said, I didn't get that same vibe feel.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go back to it and we'll see what's happening from there. But definitely mid for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think high grade mid, like dark green mid. So yeah.
Yeah. It was all right.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't something I would come back to, but I would go back to his songs that came out this summer when things were really popping off.
Yeah.
Like he really made an impact on that listening experience, and it was difficult, especially with him and this next artist, Trippie Redd, released Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, not like Sleepy Hollow. My Body Different.
Different.
Yeah, not like that. He released Sleepy Hollow this week. Let me get your thoughts because I'm about to deep dive. So you go ahead.
You go first.
Sleepy Hollow.
ISO.
Clear out real quick.
Take care.
Wayne, you in the corner, bro. Don't even get the rebound, bro. It's coming off. It might come off, bro. You good? Yeah, bro. You don't even know why you, bro. Come on, chill out, bro. You sweating too much. No, but for real, man, Trippie, like, I think that Trippie is an artist that you need to listen to the whole album, and that's back asswards, like super, because a lot of artists you need to like. Sorry, that's the pizza. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Al for being here for the pizza. But
Shout out to Trippie Redd calling into the pod real quick.
Yeah, that wasn't Trippie Redd. That was the gluten free. But yeah, shout out. I mean, in terms of Trippie Redd, they about to call again. I swear to God. But in terms of Trippie Redd, before my whole world just got messed up. Trippie Redd is an artist that you need to listen to the full album before you judge the single. And the reason I say that is because Trippie Redd has, like, I don't even think Topanga, it's going back a bit, but Topanga, I don't think that was a...
Damn, Trippie, we got you in a second. Hold on, we got to talk.
Hold up, Trippie. But I don't think Topanga was, like, really a single on his album.
Yeah.
And his last one, Who Needs Love? Man, Who Needs Love was the hardest, like... So songs like that, like I think Trippie is a whole album guy, which is very rare to say for the younger generation. Like, I mean, because Jamele, you and I are 28.
Yep.
Like Trippie Redd is probably 7 years younger than us.
Easily.
But I think that it's rare for you to say that about an artist. And I think that's going to be the case with Trippie. I would much rather hear a whole project. He needs to be a surprise release project rather than, hey, I'm having singles and shit like that. Like, I don't like that from Trippie.
No.
Other guys can do that and be a young boy and a lead chopper. Like,
so you weren't really vibing.
I wasn't vibing with him. No.
You weren't vibing.
No, with not my jam. But he's gonna release his album. I swear on everything, and I'm gonna find 3 songs that probably I will dedicate the next year or two. That's how I can listen to Topanga right now. We can go sing it as a group, High School Musical style.
All right.
You wasn't fucking with that? What about the Beyonce musical? What was the name of that? Beyonce musical with Bow Wow. I don't remember that. Y'all gotta go back. See, am I aging myself? Okay,
Shit,
bet.
I don't remember.
Next week when we have Wayne on this, we'll see.
Right,
Yeah, for sure. I have a different perspective.
We'll write it down.
Wasn't it Carmen? Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna find this because.
But yeah, Trippie Redd. This single I also wasn't my favorite of the week. I think it'll hit different when the album is released for sure. Yep. I do like the other two that came out. So the Busta Rhymes feature, based off of Busta Rhymes' classic track.
Yes, sir.
And then the party feature. So I'm excited for the album for sure.
Yes,
because he's definitely an artist that I don't really tune into.
Yeah.
But I think this album will be something that we're gonna rock with for sure.
That musical that I was talking about was called Carmen. Mekhi Phifer was featured in that. It came on. Yeah, you remember Carmen? Y'all don't remember that, dude? Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
It's starting to ring a couple.
It was locked in a closet before R. Kelly. So
it's starting to.
That's the vibes for sure. R. Kelly. Oh, too soon. All right. Yes, sir. We on to the next topic. All right, this week we got other projects as well worth mentioning. To kick it off, your boy Trey Songz, Trigger.
My boy.
Yeah, your boy. Neighbors know his name.
Trigger Trey.
That wasn't your mood. That was a move for me, bro. I was.
I mean, yeah.
Trey Songz to get you off, man. I mean, he get you in the right mood. He speaks for guys, but two ladies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For sure.
Facts.
I'm not playing it, but yeah, he go ahead and do his thing, bro. He had Back Home, which is the album that came out this week. So Trey Songz Back Home.
About 23 songs.
It was about 86 songs. So yeah, it was something light.
Light. Long.
Heavy.
Very heavy. But it sounded good though.
You thought so?
It sounded good.
I mean, that makes one of us, bro. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going back and listening to 20 songs.
It's very hard for
Trey songs,
for those that we speak to. I mean, shout out to Trey.
But depending on the mood and who you with and what you're trying to get into, like this album was.
It's what you play like. You watch the first episode of something on Netflix and chill, and then you gotta like. You know what I mean? Like,
seriously,
you in between that next episode, you gotta like throw something on and be like, "Oh shit, Trey Songz Back Home." Like that's the kind of that's what you go with this one.
Yeah, you just hit that play button on this, and you look at her, you're like,
"What's the move?" Yeah, for sure.
Because we're not watching this on the TV.
No. And that Netflix and chill could be awkward as hell too. By the way, like if she not really feeling you, like that shit is awkward as hell. Like you just be like, "Oh yeah, like I don't even like The Office." Yeah, Parks and Rec is kind of weak.
That's why you got to put on Ozark, because at least y'all can both sit there.
I'm not trying to be with the. She can't know my full time job.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Trey Songz was a vibe. Though.
Trey Songz was a vibe for sure. Hey, by the way, Ozark. Shout out to Marty.
I'm still on season 1, but
and that's why we can't deal drugs together. So there's that.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Sorry.
But yeah, Trey Songz Back Home.
It was solid.
Yeah, he should have went back to the lab on this one, but it was a decent album, bro. Nah, dead ass though, like, cause it's just not for me. Like, it's a Trey Songz. He held it down for a lot of us at a time where we all needed it. Am I right?
You did.
Yeah. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
But yeah,
preach,
with that,
preach to him.
Yeah.
Pastor
Shout out
Matthews,
to Trey Songz.
Preach to him.
Yeah, it's Deacon.
Oh, Deacon.
Yeah, our Heavenly Father. Russ paid off. The next single this week. Did you get a chance to listen to that?
Shout out to the guy Russ.
Yes, sir.
Independent indie artist. He's been dropping. He took a couple weeks off. He had that last single with not Rihanna, Kehlani. Hey, Kehlani.
Close. Yeah.
Kehlani.
Kehlani. I mean, she's a friend of the show for sure.
She's
just waiting for the.
She's
the guest special.
Yeah,
got you.
She coming. She coming. But yeah, this was another solid single. I don't think he's had any bad ones that we've covered. Yeah. But you know, it's at the end of the day, Russ is doing his thing.
Yeah, he's perfected the high grade mid of a release, like a song. Like I think that he creates really good music.
And like I'll say 1,000 times, like his following is one of the top followings that I've ever seen.
Cult like for sure.
Yeah, he's up there.
I haven't seen anything like it, and I enjoy it too to see it from an artist like him. Like I don't need mainstream media, so yeah. Shout out to Russ. I thought it was 6.5. I guess 6.5 on that. Block Boy JB, Fat Boy.
The Block Boy. Is this the same dude we were talking about last?
Yeah, I know. I had some words for Block Boy. He got that stimulus package from Drake. Yeah,
and he decided to drop an album called Fat Boy.
Look Alive. Look Alive. What's that song? What's that song? Yeah.
That was it.
But he had the dance to go with it too. So he really did have his own move.
He did.
Yeah, for sure.
I did not get a spin yet. Did you give it a spin?
Short take. That was a really low budget video. They did it in the high school gym.
Oh, the Look Alive video?
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. I did give this a spin. I think I made it through 5 songs. Actually was not bad at all, bro. Like a good little listen, good little vibe.
So I should listen?
It caught me at the end of the run, so I was already in a good vibe.
So I should listen or?
Yeah, you should definitely listen to it. And also you got to get.
I ain't going to listen to it.
Yo, that's how you feel?
That's how I feel.
You shooting from the hip
bro,
today.
I'm Black Boy JB. I'm not listening to this shit.
I thought it was decent, bro. I mean, good music. You know
I didn't have 3 shots of tequila tonight. I'm not listening to Black Boy JB. I'm sorry.
For sure. But if you had 4, would you listen to Papoose, Endangered Species?
I did listen to Papoose, actually.
Yeah, same as you listen to that Lupe Fiasco about dinosaurs, bro. Yeah, for sure.
All right. But anyways, the Lupe.
Papoose. Why the fuck did Lupe come out with a song about dinosaurs, bro? Come on. I just didn't get my answer yet. Go ahead. Papoose, Endangered Species.
I'm telling you, before we get into the Papoose track,
bro,
Lupe Fiasco, that EP and that track, like I said, if you,
I don't even need an answer, bro.
You know, like if you got some herbals, the right kind of herbals, you'll understand what he's saying in that dinosaur track.
We're about to do a lyric breakdown on this fucking dinosaur track.
But anyways, the Papoose album was solid. Papoose has been in the game since who knows how long, forever. Bars for days. So this is what you get from this album.
Married to one of the goats, Remy Ma. In terms of culture space, I guess.
Yeah.
Shout out to Remy Ma.
So this is definitely like one of my like listens that I was like, oh, wow. Like I'm glad I listened to this because this definitely has some bars for sure.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it for sure.
I did like this one as well. I think that Papoose bar for bar is up there with like the Cassidys of the world.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Cassidy is, he's up there with Papoose. Papoose is up there. Yeah. No, I wasn't upset at this.
Oh no.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for an artist of his caliber, I thought it was right on brand.
Yep.
No disappointment. No disappointment. Yeah. Shout out to Papoose. I also want to mention that Duane track NFL. Pretty straight with Gutta on there. But yeah,
I will go back and listen to that.
Outside of that,
not the Black Boy JB though.
Okay, yeah, I mean you just don't get it, man. The Fat Boy, he did have the concept for one of his videos is pretty solid on that album for sure. Fat Boy, he did the Fat Albert, yeah, Fat Albert.
Okay,
yeah, for sure, it's pretty straight. But I mean, if you want to tear another black man down, go ahead and do it, bro.
Bro, I'm not listening to that.
Go ahead, bro. Huh? Oh yeah, no, it's fine, bro. It's fine, bro. It's fine. But you listen to that Holy though, with Justin Bieber, yeah, bro. But we good, bro. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, Holy was straight. Holy was straight, bro.
I know, bro. I bet you gave that a few tries, but it's cool, bro. Because Chance the Rapper
into the altar like a track star.
Oh yeah.
I gotta run to that.
That's the line that got you. That's the one. I bet for sure. All right, do your thing, bro. You did the whip to that, huh?
Nah.
Oh, you did the nay to that?
No,
all right,
no.
Bro.
You know what, listeners, I'm gonna give Black Boy JB a listen.
Thank you
for y'all. And next episode, I can't wait to say it was trash. I can't wait to say it was
12 tries, bro. Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Staccato still a vibe. But you know, it's an open case. So we got
he just got charged this week. For real. Like, dead ass charge.
Yeah, he got charged for having an unregistered weapon. It didn't say nothing about shooting Meg though. Yeah, actually, let me just stop talking about
it. Hey, we're gonna cut.
Let me just stop talking about Daystar.
We're gonna edit that out. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion.
Kurt Franklin released something this week too.
Yeah,
it's like about that.
Shout out to Meg. We gonna wait until all is said and done.
Yeah, bro.
With this, but Papoose was straight. I'm gonna go back and listen to the Black Boy JB.
Oh, all right. So you gonna give him a shot? The Holy was straight. I mean, it's straight, bro.
It was.
Justin Bieber, bro.
We both said it was straight though.
Rosay week, yeah,
We both said it was straight. We thought Chance was back.
He needed a bigger day after the big day.
So you lied on the pod?
No, I didn't lie on the pod. I feel like giving him the benefit of the doubt. What was he thinking? With All Day Long and John Legend on that one, just out of curiosity.
You don't like that one?
I actually, that was my favorite song on the album. But after that, because he finished All Day Long and then he finished the rest of the album. What was he thinking after that?
Katie, look at Darryl on this one, all right?
Yeah, for sure. No. Honestly, the Chance album was it was just mid. Yeah. But anyway, how do we even get on this?
I don't know.
We went from
artists Uncorked this week.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Black Boy JP and Papoose 100%. And Russ and Trey Songs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and listen to the Black Boy for sure. And
yeah, Black Boy it was slept on for sure. But we want to give a shout out to our artists of Uncorked, St. John.
Hey,
shout out to him. I know. Time, man. Yeah, I already know.
You got the roadcaster, and you just.
Sure. I know, bro. Jump shots like J.R. Smith.
We just missed a couple things on the roadcaster, but you got most of them. You got most of them.
St. John, bro. Yeah, shout out. Sure. We out here, Brooklyn, New York. He's from there. It is what it is.
Shout out St. John.
Shout out to St. John. He's our artist Uncorked this week. Super excited for him.
Yeah, for sure.
St. John. I found this artist on Selfish off of his album that came out before. I can't think of the name right now. But Selfish is the name of the song, but it came out on the album before.
Was it
Ghetto Lenny's
Collection,
something like that. Yeah. Collection. Solid. So. But yeah, Selfish was the song that came out, and then Roses. I listened to that a little bit. I actually didn't like the original off it, but then the Future remix is fire.
Yeah.
All right, we discussed that already.
And then they got that one remix that went number 1 this year.
Remix the Emanbeck remix on Roses. Yeah.
Some
for sure. I'm looking for help, but no, I don't even know the name of that one. But
something that I don't really vibe with, but it went number 1. And shout out to St. John for sure. Another artist which will I gotta give you your props, bro, because you be putting me on.
That's all I do, bro.
You be putting me on.
Real estate, bro. I mean, I got a lot of time. I get a lot of time to listen to music, bro. A lot of time to listen to music.
Me on. So St. John, obviously, I'm super glad we got to see him live.
Yep.
A song that I added to the Sleepers playlist a few weeks back, Wedding Day off of
Fire.
Ghetto Lenny's.
That should have been on Chance the Rappers. I'm joking.
That's a big vibe,
bro. Yeah,
that's a big vibe. So that's definitely my favorite.
You say
song.
We can never get divorced if I marry you. I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. I'm kind of possessive, but we basically not gonna break up,
bro. Yeah. If she prefers to be a bad bitch tonight, who am I to not honor her sacrifice?
Yeah,
come on,
bro.
St. John was. Hey Wayne, check that one out, bro.
Yeah,
we told you about Giveon last week. Check out St. John if you didn't check out St. John.
Shout out to Wayne.
Oh yeah,
he really get it off too. Like he make you feel like you on top of the world as a man.
Yeah,
so shout out to St. John. His writing ability is impeccable. I think that he can also sing as well, which pairs with his rapping.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So when you write your own music, it just adds another aspect. Because a lot of these guys that you actually think write their own music, when you go to song credits, it just shows that it's not written just by them. So you want to pay attention to that. St. John kills it for sure. Also wrote Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Fire has a lot of. He's written a lot of work for Rihanna as well. So, shout out to St. John. What's your favorite song by St. John? Wedding Day.
Wedding Day. Yeah. What's yours?
Man, I would say Who Do You Blame?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I was going through something at that time. Wasn't that big of a deal, but I was blaming somebody else. So yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
I see it.
It was a good song.
I see it.
It was good. Most definitely, man. Next up, we got our wind down section and the bottled up questions.
Let's get to it.
All right, guys, it's time for our wind down section of the podcast. We're gonna kick it off with the bottled up questions. This is when we ask our favorites, our start, bents, or cuts, or we ask certain questions about maybe a movie or our favorite athlete. Right?
Yep.
Bet
this is really the part where y'all don't really like me. So
yeah,
let's get into it.
Yeah, you dissed Lil Baby, and then we had smoke for like 3-4 weeks after that.
And that's still our highest streamed episode. So let's get it.
And you said Jay-Z can rap.
When did I say that?
Not facts. All right, bet.
Grab the receipt on that one.
We're around this time of the year. So we think it's perfect to kind of throw this question out there. Omitting Barack Obama, who would be your favorite president to hang out with? Maybe invite for the pod, touch base, ask some questions. She's my Monica Lewinsky, like St. John said.
I see the vibes.
Yeah. Bars. Shout out to Chalk Hill.
Chalk Hill. Chalk, like the easiest word that you could.
Oh, this nigga is spelling bee nigga today.
Hey,
shout out to Lansing Everett.
Hey, bro, shout out my guy Darryl. Hey, we episode 27 is lit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
To say the least. My favorite president to hang out with outside of Barack, it got to be Bill Clinton off rip.
Oh, for real?
There ain't no explanation.
Tell me why.
No, I mean, head.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What? Hey, bro, why you look at me like that, bro? Wait, what? Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Bill Clinton.
Okay.
Who you
got? Wait, yeah, go ahead.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out. Hey, yo, I'm gonna hang out with George H.W. Bush right after Bill Clinton. I think George H.W. Bush would be the most fun to hang out with. The reason being is because he really didn't want that shit at all. Like, it was kind of like, yo, my dad was a professional baseball player and he made me play T-ball. Like, that's kind of how I look at him in his presidency. So, yeah. I think he was one of the only to be caught actively smoking. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. But with that being said, I think that Bill Clinton would be the guy to hang out with for sure. So I'm gonna go with him, Junior or the second. I don't know, George. Wait. No, sorry, George H.W. Bush would be the one to hang out with, and I would have picked Bill Clinton if you didn't. After whatever you said.
All right. So the next question is favorite Leonardo.
What was you saying though?
Yeah. Favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie. You go first.
My favorite Leo movie. Shit. Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. When he was a kid, he made a movie called What's Eating Gilbert Grape, which is a fucking fire movie. Great movie. Yeah, it's a sleeper. For real.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
It's a movie coming off of the year last comment about Bill Clinton. But yeah, man, it's a great movie. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Okay. Second up, I'll probably choose The Departed. Yes.
Oh yeah, The Departed is solid.
Departed, good. Yeah, good, perfect.
Departed is solid.
What you got, Mel?
I would go with Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, solid. That's a really good pick. Yeah. That's a really good pick.
It was long as hell, but it was a good movie.
I like that one as well, man. Third question. Hey, bro, what was you meaning though? Hold on, bro. No, I'm messing with you, bro. All right. Third question. Start, bench, or cut. Jada Pinkett Smith, Gabrielle Union, and Nia Long.
Ooh.
This is in your next movie come up or your next TV show.
Cut. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Wow. Because of August.
Bench. Gabby. Mm-hmm. Gab Union.
Yeah.
I'm going to start Nia Long.
Yeah, all right. I'm just going to follow up real quick with that. You can't go wrong with this answer. So I'm going to bench Nia Long. I'm going to start Jada Pinkett Smith and...
Damn, y'all gave me all that smoke when y'all thought I was about to
cut
bench Nia Long.
Gabrielle Union. But yes, in terms of our fourth question, favorite college basketball player ever, period. Like Hall of Fame, like college basketball. This is before they made it to the league, before Adam Morrison became trash in the NBA.
Yeah. Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer Fredette. Really?
Jimmer Fredette.
Really? That's
that boy
a good
was
look.
Cooking, bro.
That's a good look, bro.
He was something crazy.
Wow. I forgot about Jimmer. That's a good look, bro. That changes everything.
That boy was pulling on the court and off the court.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, that's a good pick. And he did the right thing, man. He married his college sweetheart. Like did the whole. He's a great college player. Man, that makes me dig into a bag, bro. I might go with Grant Hill.
You went back.
Savage. Back. Yeah, okay. For sure.
Let's see the vibes.
Last question here for the bottled up questions. One has to go. Future. Their whole catalog. Let me start that over. One has to go with their whole catalog. Future, Lil Wayne, Meek Mill, or Travis Scott. No Kylie.
I ain't gonna talk about how you spelled Travis in here, but Future gotta go.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Future gotta go, bro.
Spelling bee niggas.
Future gotta go.
It's all right.
Future.
Future gotta go. His whole catalog. Mask off.
Get it out of here.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, I know who you are, but
man.
But for me,
must be out of your mind.
But
low life. Oh, all right. Tony, do you even know who Tony Montana is? All right, I got you.
That's a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe.
Yeah, for sure. I'm taking Meek Mill out of there. Wayne is just the catalog's too long. Travis has produced too much for himself and others, and then Future has.
Travis definitely could have left after this franchise track, though.
Oh yeah. MIA could have left too.
She did. She did leave.
Technically speaking, yeah.
She had like a 2-second snippet in that bitch, and she was out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, what you got for sleepers this week, bro?
Sleepers. We brought this guy up a few weeks back.
Shout out to him.
Maybe like a month ago. Redveil. He's 16. Dropped his debut album. I found out about this project from Shrek Knows Rap, which is a hip hop account on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
Hip Hop Numbers, one of our favorite accounts to get new music from. But he dropped his debut album. I think it was about a month back. Yeah. He has a track on there called "Wait." I'm gonna add this to the playlist for y'all. This is a sleeper track. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all don't know who Redveil is, so we're gonna add him to the playlist for y'all to get hit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely will be tuning into that one this week. I'm going with RMR. RMR is an artist that we covered. Early on in our podcast days.
Solid dude.
Love his album name. I really cater towards the like drug dealing type of thing. So Drug Dealing is an art is the name of the album. The name of the song is called Welfare, featuring my boy Westside Gunn. Westside Gunn kills the first part, but honestly, RMR cleaned that track up.
Solid.
Cleaned it up, solid. And it was an intro to his album. So yeah, Welfare is the name of it. Just talking about a lot of his ups and downs in terms of making it to the music industry. So yeah,
solid.
Super dope. Super dope. This week you had the Post Malone. How was it?
Post Malone. It was solid, man. It definitely wasn't what I expected. Trying like probably my first Rosay on the pod, but on the nose, just after mid production and us taking breaks, I definitely got a lot of strawberry on the nose. So it's a very crisp wine. It's not sweet by any means, I don't think. So if you're not into sweet wines, this rosé might be for you. I'm kind of more like along the sweeter side. I would expect a more sweeter rosé, but like I said, this one was solid. I would probably give it a 7 for me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Pull up the bottle for you guys. Solid bottle. There it is. Mason number 9, Post Malone. Like I said, solid bottle. I would definitely go back to it, but 7 for me.
Yeah. Man, this week, Chalk Hill, out of Sonoma.
What's it called?
Chalk Hill. Chalk Hill. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thought it was a good sip. I love the color on this one.
Oh yeah, it was dark.
Heavy acidity on this. Had like some fruit, a little bit of fruit in there, so it had to be some cherry, something like that.
Did you get like a sweet or like was it
very sweet?
Sweet.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but I wasn't sweating it at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, good sip. In terms of numbers, I would give this probably an 8.4. Yeah, 8.4.
Okay.
So, shout out to him, man. It's one of the best rosés I've had. Yeah, for sure.
And you've had quite a few of them on the pod.
Yeah,
so.
I know. That's been my jam this summer. So,
it is.
Looking forward to tasting more of that. With that being said, this is episode 27 of the Music in a Bottle podcast.
Episode 27. We wrapping this one up. This one was a little wild, but we hope y'all enjoy this one.
Yeah, we've been all over the place. It's been a blast, though. We didn't have as much music as we would have liked this week, but
we had tons of tequila and rosé.
Yeah, for sure. We've been getting at it. So, with that being said, thank you to the podcast. Thank you to Jamele.
Shout out Wayne.
Shout
out Alec for the pics that y'all about to see on the gram real soon.
Sure. We've been killing it. This is great.
And video has been a blessing. So shout out Wayne for sure. He doing his thing over there. He getting a mic next week. So
here we are.
That shit gonna be bad.
Hey, episode 28. It's Wayne's World.
Wayne's
Just
World.
so y'all know.
Wayne's World.
It's coming.
Yes,
it's
sir.
coming.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. We'll see y'all next week.